It's funny. We're absolute pros when it comes to financial accounting. We track every dollar, we analyze every statement, we optimize every single investment. But what about the one currency that we can never, ever get back? Our time. So today we're going to dive into a really powerful framework for auditing your life with that exact same rigor you'd apply to your finances.
So here's the real problem, right? Without some kind of system, our lives just drift. These tiny, seemingly harmless decisions about how we spend our time, our attention, and our energy start to pile up. You don't even notice them day to day, but over months and years, they compound into something big: burnout, feeling stuck, or even a full-blown identity crisis.
And that just begs the question, doesn't it? We have built these incredibly complex, meticulous systems to manage our money, all designed to catch the smallest error before it turns into a disaster. And yet when it comes to our time, the one non-renewable asset we have, most of us just kind of let it slip through our fingers, completely unaudited. Why aren't we keeping the books on our own lives?
Well, what if we actually did? The solution here is to take those clear-eyed, totally non-judgmental principles of accounting and apply them directly to how we live our lives. And let's be super clear, this is not another productivity hack. This is a mental model for getting some profound clarity on where your life's energy is really going.
Okay, this slide really breaks it down perfectly. Just look at the two columns. Over on the left, you've got financial accounting. Simple enough. The currency is money. But then you look at the right. In life accounting, your real currency is your time, your attention, and your energy. Expenses aren't just things you buy, they're any effort you put out. And the profit? Oh, it's not a number in a bank account. It's meaning, it's capacity, and it's coherence.
So how on earth do you track all of this? Well, the framework is built on what's called a three-ledger system. It's a method for accounting for the whole spectrum of your life. And what's so cool about this is that it's not some trendy new idea. It's actually based on this ancient and surprisingly robust structure for self-awareness.
The whole inspiration comes from this ancient Zoroastrian triad: good thoughts, good words, and good actions. Now I know what you might be thinking. Sounds a little preachy, right? But hang on. Forget the good versus bad for a second. Think of this as a remarkably complete three-column accounting system for just understanding what's actually happening in your life.
So the first ledger is all about your thoughts. Think of this as your internal balance sheet. What's taking up space in your mind? Are you caught in these draining, repetitive thought loops? What are your real intentions deep down? This ledger is all about tracking where your mental and attentional energy is being spent.
Next up, we've got the second ledger, words. This one is the crucial bridge, It's how everything that's inside your head actually gets out into the world. It tracks everything you communicate, what you say, what you write, the signals you send out. It's basically an account of the truthfulness and the real impact of your communication.
And finally, we have the third ledger, actions. This is all about your tangible engagement with the world. But we've got to be clear. Actions is a really broad category here. It's not just about ticking things off a to-do list. It includes the energy you put into your relationships, the time you spend learning a new skill, and even the research you do just to understand the world better.
So as you can see right here, these three ledgers give you the complete picture: your internal world of thoughts, your social world of words, and your external world of actions. But remember, the goal isn't to be perfect in any one of these columns. The real power, the magic of this system is getting all three to line up. It's all about alignment.
Okay, but look, just tracking this stuff isn't enough, right? Any good accounting system needs regular audits. And if you want to make real corrections in your life, you have to check in on a timescale that actually makes sense for the problem you're trying to solve.
This system works with three different feedback loops. First, you've got the daily loop. This is for quick, small course corrections, the little stuff. Then you zoom out to the monthly loop. This is where you spot bigger patterns and habits starting to form, and you can tweak your routines. And finally, there's the big one, the annual loop. This is for assessing that deep, identity-level drift and making major changes to your priorities.
And this is where you can really feel the power of this layered approach. See how it builds? Consistent daily check-ins stop a bad day from turning into a bad week. Those monthly reviews stop bad habits from becoming part of your personality. And the annual audits? They stop that personality drift from completely derailing the direction of your life.
So, what's the end game here? What's the ultimate goal? It is definitely not about achieving some kind of moral perfection or showing off how disciplined you are. The real goal is way more practical. It's coherence.
It's a structural tool for reducing all that invisible strain in your life and just holding on to a solid sense of who you are.
This slide just lays it out so clearly. Over on the left, you've got coherence. That's when your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all singing from the same hymn sheet. It creates meaning, it feels right. But then, look at the other side, deviation. That's when things are out of whack. You think one thing, you say another, and you do something else entirely. That misalignment is a huge source of that deep, invisible strain we all feel.
And these patterns of imbalance are, well, they're everywhere. I'm sure you recognize some of these. The thought-heavy person, always planning but never actually doing. Or the action-heavy person, always busy, but with no real direction. The system doesn't judge these patterns, it just makes them visible so you can finally do something about them.
And this point is absolutely crucial, so let's let it sink in. These corrections are structural, not judgmental. Think about it. If a company's books are off, you don't shame the accountant, right? You find the error in the system and you rebalance the books. It's the exact same principle here. This is about reducing strain, not about trying to score moral points.
Which brings us to what might be the single most important insight in this entire framework. It's a principle that's as true for ancient philosophy as it is for modern business, and it is beautifully simple. What is not accounted for cannot be corrected. You just can't fix a problem that you can't see.
So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. If you were to sit down today and do a really honest audit of your own three ledgers, your thoughts, your words, and your actions, what would that balance sheet reveal? Where is your life's currency truly being spent?